I'm MaxyLobes. I'm a full-time content creator. I'm a speedrunner. I'm a drummer. And I love horror games. And wow, we've had a lot of good horror games this year. As a horror game community, we all congregate here and we all celebrate. It's really a celebration. There are no losers here. I mean, every game that's going to be mentioned is a fantastic experience and is definitely one I would recommend. But as a jury member, it is my duty to pick the one game that I think deserves the title of Horror Game of the Year. And that game is, it's Alan Wake 2. You know, I thought it was going to be Resident Evil 4 Remake for about 7 months of the year, but nope, Alan Wake 2 really hit some special notes for me personally. I think Alan Wake 2 achieves not just being a good horror game, but it achieves being a horror game that sticks out from a lot of other higher budget horror games. I think it makes you feel things that other horror games don't make you feel. It makes you think about things that the horror games don't make you feel. It just has a beautiful presentation, sound design, and music, the atmosphere, the narrative, the story. You are thrusted into this world of these two different places, the dark place and the real world that Saga is in. You know, Alan Wake's, oh my god, his sections are mesmerizing. They're beautiful, but they're also disgusting. You know, they're pretty, but they're also gritty. You don't want to be there sometimes, and other times you find yourself standing there and just looking at things, and you're like, oh man, I don't want to leave. It's so freaking cool. And not only that, but I also think that it's so great at kind of making you latch on to not just the story that's developing, but also the characters, and also the various things that you kind of find while you're searching around, especially in Saga sections, you know, whether it be puzzles, references, just scenery, and talking to characters. Just kind of, it's a game you can really lose yourself in. It's fantastic in that way. And I do think that as a survival horror game, it does hit the mark of being a survival horror game. It obviously takes inspiration from kind of how the genre's been developing over the past few years, especially with the remakes of Resident Evil. It's just a very standard take on it, though. It's a very standard third-person, over-the-shoulder, you know, minimal inventory type of survival horror game, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I do, because it's not too much, and it's also not too little, and it goes really well with just keeping you very involved. You know, it's just a game that really sucks you in. Yeah, no, just hit a lot of special notes for me, like I said, especially with music. Oh man. OST's off the charts. But yeah, anyways, that's my horror game of the year. That's my game of the year. Alan Wake 2. If I had shorter hair and a bit of a more of a rougher beard, I'd look exactly like him. All right, okay. Thank you. I've been MaxyLobes. Thank you for having me.